Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. So in this occasion, we will present our material on need analysis from Jaxi Ricard's book entitled Curriculum Development in Language Teaching. So start way. The first presentation will be delivered by Wafik Azizah. The time is yours.
Okay, so in this chapter we discuss approaches to the analysis. It's considered the purpose, who this analysis is intended for, and what procedures to use, and etc. So, the first we have to know what need analysis is. Need analysis is an important process in language curriculum development involving gathering information about students' needs, such as required language skills, level of language mastery, and gaps between students' abilities and what they need to do. For example, in the text, it is stated that needs analysis was carried out to identify the language needs of newly arrived Vietnamese refugee students in London. Information about their level of language acquisition and the gap between their abilities and daily communication demands will help in designing appropriate educational programs. Need analysis not only focus on language needs but can also include other needs such as housing, healthcare, access to schools, and how to overcome discrimination in the workplace. This is important to ensure that immigrant education or integration programs can meet broader needs. Okay, next, and the purpose of need analysis, the first is we knowing the language skills required by a learner to carry out a particular role helps determine whether existing courses adequately meet the needs of potential students. And next, determine which students from a group must need training in a particular language skill and identifying gaps between students' abilities and communication demands, as well as collecting information about problems or obstacles faced by students. And next, the users of need analysis, like a curriculum officers in the Ministry of Education, who may wish to use the information to evaluate the adequacy of existing syllabus, curriculum, and materials, and teachers who will teach from the new curriculum, learners who will be taught from the curriculum, writers who are preparing new textbooks, and testing personnel who are involved in developing end of school assessments, and staff of tertiary institutions who are interested in knowing what the expected level will be of students exiting the schools and what problems they face. And the last, employers who are interested in improving the job performance of new staff. Okay, the next material will be delivered by Wardaniato.
Next, I will continue the presentation from Wafik Adija. So in this chapter, also discuss the target population and procedure for conducting need analysis. Number one, in the needs analysis, population includes language learners or prosthetic language learners, as well as other parties who can profit, use information in meeting the needs analysis objectives such as policymakers, Ministry of Education, official, teachers, and students. Number two, her procedures of conducting needs analysis include questionnaire, self-assessment, interview, meeting, observation, and text analysis. Each method has its own advantages and disadvantages, and choosing the right method is very important to get accurate and relevant information. Next, I will be delivered by Ajra.
Okay, I will continue the presentation from Wardaniatun. Design a need analysis involves choosing from among the various options discussed and selecting those that are likely to give a comprehensive view of learners' needs and that represent the interests of the different stakeholders involved, and the product used to design a need analysis of a wide of range of survey questionnaires, and contact with others who had conducted similar surveys, identification of participation department, developing a schedule for collection data, follow-up interview with selected participants, and analysis of responder writing up of report and recommendation. In smaller scale, needs analyzed by consent of initial questionnaire, follow-up individual and group interview, meetings with students, meeting with other teachers, ongoing classroom observation tests. And the next, so this chapter also discusses the result of a need analysis that can be used to design educational program that suit the need of students and priorities the needs that have been identified. A relevant example related to this is in the text. It is stated that the result of an analysis of the needs of Vietnam's refugee students in London were used to design the preparation of a tutor kit, which include various elements such as a description of the planning process, a syllabus framework, and a discussion of teaching technique. Need analysis can also be used to evaluate existing programs and ensure they are properly meeting students' needs. Next material will be delivered by Wisnu Ardiansa. Thank you.
And next, example 1, need analysis of non-English background students and their English language needs at the University of Auckland. This is an example of needs analysis conducted in order to evaluate whether currently available language courses meet the needs of non-English background learners at university. Then example 2. A curriculum guide and teaching kit for tutors of English as a second language teaching Vietnamese refugees in London. This is an example of need analysis on the run that is conducted as a part of the process of teaching and developing a course. Okay, so guys, the conclusion of the entire chapter is that need analysis is an important process in developing curriculum and educational programs. A need analysis involves gathering information about student needs, both in terms of language skill and others such as housing, healthcare, and access to educational services. The method used in need analysis may vary, such as questionnaires, interviews, and observation. The results of a needs analysis can be used to design educational programs that suit student needs, prioritize identified needs, and consider the availability of resources. In addition, needs analysis can also be used to evaluate existing programs, develop test and assessment procedure, select appropriate teaching methods, and develop syllabi and teaching materials. By conducting a comprehensive needs analysis, educational programs can be more effective in meeting students' needs and helping them achieve learning goals. So that's all from us. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.